I want to bring in Brian Blair in New York. He's a principal and co-founder at the investment management firm Gray's Peak Capital. Brian, thanks so much for being with us. I'm just jotting down Amazon stock price. It's worth pointing out, $567. It is down 10%, but it rallied, 100% last year? Talk to me about this report. Revenue up 22%. Web services business continues to rake in money. Is this a fundamental problem with Amazon's business model, or is this a case of investors just getting way ahead of themselves with expectations?
It's definitely the latter. You know, Facebook on Wednesday had a tremendous report, and I think it really set a higher bar for Amazon. They did fall short of expectations, though, just barely. And as you point out, 22% growth, over $35 billion in sales. It was a fantastic quarter. But Amazon Web Services, what they call AWS, actually grew a little bit slower than the street expected and a little slower than it had the prior 2 quarters. It had been growing at about 80%. Growth was actually 69%. That was one of the big knocks in the story. The other big knock on the quarter was some of the costs related to their fulfillment centers actually increased a little bit. And so that got people a little bit cautious. But, long term, this is still a tremendous story. There's an amazing growth opportunity still ahead for Amazon.
And this is a big company. We're not talking about small startups posting this kind of growth. These are big companies delivering this kind of earnings. Amazon, one of the things we hear is that they have their hand in everything. They deliver your groceries, your books. They're launching TV series. They were buying like crazy at Sundance. Right. They have Echo. They do hardware. Can they continue to do it all? Is that a wise approach?
Look, it's working for them. I think they can do it all. This is, I think, going to continue to be one of the biggest titans of disruption over the next 5 years. And a lot of it's going to come from from their web services, which is still growing internationally. I think they're going to introduce 11 new regions, including China, in the next year or so. So there is still a lot of runway there. You bring up an area, though, that I think is one of the most critical. It's the content side. They are gunning for Netflix. You mentioned briefly Sundance Film Festival. Both Netflix and Amazon are outbidding the major studios for critical content right now. We've never seen that before. But I think if you take these different areas of, not only the traditional retail side, you take Amazon Web Services, this growing content opportunity, there's still a tremendous opportunity ahead for Amazon.
We're almost out of time, Brian. I want to ask you quickly about Microsoft. We're so busy, it's hard to forget a big company like that, up 4% in pre-market. Yeah. Investors really seem to be liking this story again.
It's true. They're doing a lot of the right things. Nadella knows that the investment in the cloud was the right approach, and now it's paying off. Their Azure platform grew about 127% year over year. So they're seeing tremendous strength there. But strangely enough, even though the phone business is down, they're also seeing growth in this Surface Pro, in this tablet hybrid. They're doing a great job there, executing on Xbox. Microsoft is actually in a wonderful position right now, and investors do love Microsoft again. It's good to see.